You know, we've already made the morning after trend day high. There we go. And if we can get to the 41, somewhere in the 41s, good deal. And we know the NQ is coming back, good signal here, so keep your eye there. And the half gap trade is into the mid 40s, and I don't know we can get that far, but if you, like I said, if you can get a point or two, get on the scoreboard first, because you don't want to buy the high after 3 days of this. So give yourself a better edge if you want to buy it, which I do believe is today is reasonable in lieu of the momentum trade, but I don't want to buy the high. So this is the type of trade you put it on, you try to get backwards. Try to get a couple points early. And don't overthink it. And if you missed buying the long side, don't worry about it, because we've come a long way. So we said hopefully get back in and test the 42s to 41s. And if you're buying now, again, the half gap trade has not worked very well lately, but we've had a couple of gaps in a row. So I do believe you can buy pullbacks, but don't assume that they have to go rip-roaring. And I think the primary battle right now we're going to be trying to resolve is yesterday. So I said today I think you can play either way. I'm going to keep that 48.5 as our resistance target. And I said pre-market, you know, aggressive longs, we'll start to think about maybe the 39.5 area support. And anybody who is playing backwards today, meaning, you know, scalping against the big push, don't let it run against you. You know, yesterday we had a big push up. And then today, I said, I'd like to see a little better balance come backwards first. I won't buy that high. I'd rather miss it, and then fade the higher high. And find one good trade and get out of the way. I've got 40.5, 40.5 as the half. And if you get stopped out on this, just accept it and try again from a higher level. I do believe that this was probably the best play early, because I don't want to buy the high after a couple of days. But I'm not overthinking this either. If we get good fortune, the thing, you know, moves back, great. And those are always decisions you have to make. Once you get into the trade, well, now what? Well, you know, if you've got this the right way, we already know that this 41 area is going to be an important retest of yesterday's last high in here. We're retesting the breakout area right here. This was yesterday's demon. So anything below this 41 is really good fortune. And all this was done in overnight fluff, we said. So morning after trend day has been done. And if you want to buy a better value area, you need to let it come back just a little bit. And I think we're going to get some choppy play. Don't forget, we have rollover coming tomorrow. So I'm not going to overthink anything. You know, 41 is the middle, right? So we said could be that we can't get past 41. So already into the 41s, I'm happy with this trade. And if we can get to 40 and a half, a little bit below it, then that's the gravy part right now. Because don't forget, the momentum has been up. So aggressive traders only today are buying ahead of, say, this 39 area. And I'm looking at this chart, 5-minute chart. Said pre-market, probably 39 and a half is support. And if you want it today and you want to be aggressive, up to you. I'm not going to be an aggressive trader today. I'm going to be very conservative. Get a couple points here, a couple points there, I'll be happy. Nothing to write home to mom about. Bingo. Okay, move your stops down. And anybody who is short side, take something. Got to take something on this little push. Okay, that's our middle test right there. And we said today, you can buy pullbacks, but don't expect that they have to go and make new highs. But the trend has been up. So the first part of the day is coming back, testing for support, is all we know, and obviously finding a better value area to buy. And just looking for a point or two either way if you're playing this first hour. Could be an over trading day. And the best trade short side is already done. Yeah, we got the beige book, 2, as Zeke says, factory orders. All we know is there's a reaction to guys like you and me taking profits. Don't overthink today. We've come a long way in a few days. Still have to break through all of this potential support. And the biggest surprise for me today will be if we obviously take out the overnight low. Because I think the best plan of attack today is just to play hit and run. With no expectation of anything huge. We still need to digest all this that we've had. $20-minute chart. Let's keep an eye on that. See, middle buyers don't have to make a new high, but usually first time back to the middle, you're going to get something. And that trade is with the trend, but a better value area. So even if it doesn't go anyplace, it's still a better value area to try your buy. And if you can't be flexible, in your thinking and take either side like that, then it is a tough business. Yes, it has been. Alligator has been very strong. Too strong. Too strong, in my opinion. We need a pullback. So I'm still going to keep that notion that we had earlier. The potential to get to 48.5 today is there. No guarantees. And I'm just, like I said, all I'm looking for is if I can scalp a point here, a couple points there, I'm happy. I'm not thinking plunge. You can't think plunge after the last couple of days, but you have to be a little more conservative about expectations long side. And this played out very nicely in our first range that we talked about. I said, I think we're going to bracket yesterday's high, right? That was the plan. See if we couldn't get by that, bracket it, and make this more pivotal. Because there is no clear idea today other than we've gone from low to high. So pullbacks theoretically are buyable. Even if they don't make a new high, they're theoretically buyable. And then you have to make your adjustments based on, do they stall and continue backwards, or do they keep going or get caught into range? But clearly, we had the notion today, if you're going to buy, get a better value area to buy. And anybody who's taken a second whack at the short side, remember there's news coming out. 10 o'clock. Factory orders. And Zika has posted oil inventories at 10:30, Beige Book at 2. So, different components of moving the market. And I think we'll get a couple head fakes in both directions. I said today, I think you can play both sides. So our primary magnet has already been almost within one tick, that 40.5. And if you're looking at bigger pictures, I'm going to say that 39 is kind of an important support for now. And I'm not a raging bull today. But those are the type of buys I think you can do today. And then if you have a trailer, fine. If not, no worries. Just grab a couple points. Because we still have moving averages that are rising. And we're working our way through the 5s, the 10s, the 15s. This guy right here is still supported for now. And I think buyers have gotten crushed. Actually, I mean to say sellers. Sellers have gotten crushed. But comes a time when all of a sudden, the herd is now on board and you want to go the other way. And I don't think we're quite there yet, but I think we're a lot closer. So not willing to be fodder for the machine. 30-minute chart still below us, and more range trade. So I said this first hour, maybe we'll get a lot of over trading, and be very careful about thinking too much either side.